Welcome to this episode of Grow 90. We're looking at the power of intercession. I know that you know prayer is important. You hear it in church every day. They tell you pray. On the radio, pray. Social media, pray. Everybody pray. Even many people are even doing prayer meetings, including myself. They sent me. So I'm doing it. But we don't understand the weight of intercession. Some of us don't, at least. Look at what happened in the book of Numbers. In 13, there was a report. People went to spy the land and they said the Nephilims are there. They're too big and all of that. And fear comes into the camp of Israel. And in chapter 14, they rebel against God. They start saying, we're going to die here. Nobody's going to get us out. Our children, our wife. Oh my God. Why is the Lord like that? He wants us to destroy us. All those things hurt the Lord. I used to tell you guys all the time, I say, the biggest pain of God is to be doubted. There's nothing God hates like being doubted. God hates unbelief. The thing they pepper around. Let me say that. You look at you now. Okay, as you are like this now, let's assume that you tell your child, I'm going to buy you biscuits, 5 naira, biscuits, 50 pence, for instance. And the child does not believe you can afford it. And maybe you're earning like 5 million a month. And the child can't believe you can buy 500 biscuits. You feel insult that I will look at this, but this child doesn't know what I can do. To man, you respond in pride. You now want to buy even a whole bakery to prove to that child that you can afford it. But God, it will discourage him. God will not say, let me do it to prove. Because he has nothing to prove. Like, I'm God, I'm just in a class of my own. Believe me or don't believe me. Hello? But you have to just believe God. He hates it. And then we see Moses fall flat in his face. We see Aaron fall flat in his face. And they're begging. And God says, okay, I've forgiven them. But they're not going to come into that land. They won't see it. They will die here. In this year, 2024, that the Lord has sworn to help us. The Lord of hosts has sworn to help us. I beg you in God's righteous name. Whatever promises made, either in our corporate prayer or to you personally in your own prayer place, I want you to know that God will make good his word. Whatever he has said to you, he's capable of doing it. And even if what he said is not existing before he said it, the fact that he has said it, it comes into existence. God is that powerful. But that's not just trust. I'm not talking about trust right now, but I just wanted to put that in place before we go into the next point of intercession. Moses understood that if God did that, God's name will be at stake. The hidden that didn't understand what has transpired in the wilderness would say God was not able to deliver his own people. And Moses gave God a strong reason why he should not touch those guys. By offing their battery. Let's put it down. He's switching them off like that. I want to look at the community. One of the responsibilities of sons as we are maturing is intercession. Pray for your community, pray for your family, pray for your spouses, pray for your children, pray for your church, pray for everything around you. That. I want to look at the community. One of the responsibilities of sons as we are maturing is intercession. Pray for your community, pray for your family, pray for your spouses, pray for your children, pray for your church, pray for everything around you. It is very important that we're able to say, God, I know that these people deserve death, but because of Christ, have mercy and save them. Somebody's intercession brought you to Christ if you're in Christ today. Another person's intercession may have strengthened you. Another person's intercession will most likely help you tomorrow. Your intercession is the determining factor to that boy, that girl that you know now or may not know coming into Christ. You can tell that Moses was angry with Israel. Aaron was angry. I mean, like, hello, this same God has given us water. This same God has got quail to come. We said meat was our problem. He gave us abundant meat. What's our problem? Moses was pissed, but he put that all aside and he spoke to God for Israel. Maybe you should be interceding for the person who offended you. It's hard. I've done it. It's very hard. But eventually, you become better for it. And God blesses the person, God blesses you. I'm not saying that God excuses wrong. God does not excuse wrong. In fact, the judgment of God is stronger when you forgive. But we're not forgiving so God will punish the person. That's not what we're about. We're forgiving for our own good. And then when you pray for someone to come into the knowledge of the light that you have, that person begins to act differently over time because God does answer prayers. In conclusion, don't doubt God, trust Him. Whatever He said, He will do. But most importantly, pray for those who are around you or even your community. Make an intercession for them. Ask the Lord to bring them to salvation. Make sure that even those who have wronged you, you pray for them. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming.